How's it going, guys? Here's your boy John, back with another video. Today, just wanna drop something really quick, a very short video, because I realized I haven't put up anything consistently, both like in terms of my blog, my writings, and my videos. So I thought I would do something because I do have a lot of things that I want to say. It's just for some reason I can never really pull enough time together to make something worthwhile. I'm not saying this one's worthwhile watching, but anyway, what I wanted to talk about was this thought that I had when I was sitting at a restaurant one time, a couple of months back. So I was at this Thai restaurant with a friend of mine, and she went out to take a pee or something, and I was just sitting there, and I saw this old Chinese man. So he just came by the restaurant, and he sat down, and yeah, he just freaking took off his mask, when his order hasn't even arrived. So in Singapore, there's a law says that there's a law, or there's a rule that you're supposed to keep your mask on at all time, even when you're in a restaurant, and unless like you're until your food gets served to your table. So I was observing this old man, right? I was looking at him. I was thinking like, it's a bit inconsiderate of him to take the mask off, when he doesn't really have anything to eat just yet, or even like to drink. And as I was thinking that, another thought occurred to me, which was like, wait a minute. The reason Singapore was so successful with how it dealt with the virus and all that was because everyone sort of agreed to follow the rules. Like when you go out. I mean, first off, when it started, when like the whole shitstorm happened, like Singapore was like, you know what, we're gonna close the borders. Everyone's gonna stay home for like a month, and no one's gonna go out unless it's like absolutely necessary. And when they couldn't really handle it with like 1 month, they decided to extend it by another month, the lockdown, right? So after that 2 grueling months for like a lot of people living in Singapore, it finally managed to reopen in a little in more or less a strict way. Am I making sense? I don't know. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is the reason why Singapore has like lesser case, people can go out and interact more or less like the same way as before, except that everyone's wearing masks now, right? It's because people were considerate. Like, everyone agreed to follow the rules, unlike in the U.S. where in some states people are saying like it's infringing on their human rights to have to put on a mask. And Singapore does not have that. And even if there are people like that, they would still follow the rules because there's a very huge fine that comes with it. So that's what I was thinking, and I was like, okay, that's why Singapore managed to curb the number, right? So now there's lesser case, people are out and about, doing their thing. And I was just looking at this old man, and I'm like, oh man, what if there are people like there are more people like him, who's a bit inconsiderate or whatever. And as I was thinking that, another thought crossed my mind, which is about religion. Like, what if the same thing applies to like religion? And so what I meant was that how I'm super against religion because I'm atheist and all that. But what if the reason the world is fine, or like the world hasn't come to an end, or like there was an asteroid coming down, or like the God hasn't come down and punished everyone, was because there were, I don't know, 70% of the world's population is super religious, or like religious to a certain extent, and and then there's like atheists and agnostics and all that. So what if it's because, what if we're enjoying this this good life because of the religious majority, you know, who were praying every single day for the earth to be like a better place, and then the rest of us is just like, you know, there's no such thing as God. Fuck him, right? So yeah, so that's what I was thinking, and I thought it was pretty intriguing, and I think I told someone about it. I think I told my girlfriend, and she was just like, "What? It's bullshit." I don't know. So that's what I thought. And I just want to get like people's opinion on it. Just wanted to see if it makes sense at all in the first place. Yeah, and that's basically like that's basically all I have to say. It's just like something that I thought of. It's like my hypothesis, right? So I have a hypothesis now that like the reason the world is not peaceful. The world is as it is. It has like a nice balance to it because it's all because of like religious people who are constantly praying, and you know, atheists are just selfish pricks who took everything for granted. You know, it's like, oh, nothing's happening, so why should there be God? Or like, why? Okay, the reason there's no God is because this and that. Right? So I think I'm starting to lose my argument already, but it's just something that I want to put out there, so that at least someone, or if anyone watches this, right, they'll be like, that guy makes sense or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that's basically it. Before I go, just want to let you guys know that I finally bought a mic, so this will hopefully be my last video with like audio that's not very consistent, because I speak and like my intonation is very drastic. I think it makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Next time you see me, I'll be with the mic, a bit more professional, I guess, and you guys can hear this awesome voice of mine. And the someone's making fun of me now. Anyhow, that's all I gotta say. So I'll just leave you guys be with that thought. Peace.